cat. I have got some photos of my son's cat, and they're really funny. He was hiding in my, or playing in my 31 bag, and I snapped these 3 photos of him. And I'm going to be scrapbooking those photos today. And I've got these stickers that are chipboard, and the font is called Sunrise. And I'm going to color those in with my big brush marker, and this one is deep scarlet red. And then I've got some cards, just some little cards, some embellishments. I don't have a whole lot of cat stuff, but this is what I have. And I've got a couple pieces of paper, and this is all the cat paper that I had. This one is Friends Forever, and this is cat or dog. And then these 2 are called Meow from Best Creation, and I'm gonna use these. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you on fast forward. I'm not real sure what I'm gonna do. I'm not following a sketch or anything. I'm just kind of... Thanks so much. Sorry about that, guys. The end of my last audio clip got cut off because of my super duper editing skills, but I was just trying to say that I'm winging it, and that's about it. So I'm going to tear off the branding strip off of this funky looking paper right here, and I'm going to be using the brown as a matte, and then I'm going to put the cutout paper on top of that, and that's going to be my background. And let me start out by saying that this is not my favorite layout ever that I've done, but I love the pictures. Like, I'm not really sure if I like the layout or not when it's finished. I wasn't crazy about the products that I used, but it was all that I had, because it's really hard to come by cat paper and cat embellishments. So if you guys know of any like good cat and dog pet collections that are still available now, or embellishments or anything like that, would you let me know by leaving a comment? Because I am really in need of some, because I have lots and lots of cat and dog pictures, and I just don't have a lot of papers. And I don't always use pet papers to scrapbook the pet's photos, but sometimes, like in this instance, it's kind of cute. So anyway, as you can see, I've cut a horizontal strip to go across, and it's going to be kind of a grid design. So I'm just going to cut out a couple of backgrounds, one for the right side and one for the left side. I didn't want to do... for some reason I wanted 2 different papers for behind the photos. I'm not sure why, but that was just what I was thinking at the moment. So I'm going to distress the edges with walnut stain distress ink, and I'm going to do that to the first layer as well in just a minute. And I kind of wish I had used those little bingo cards, because they're really cute, but I decided to use that space for my title, because there was nowhere else to really put a title. So I'm going to use that 4th spot in the grid for the title. So I'm still looking for paper to do my background with, and I'm not sure why it took so long, but this is taking me forever to cut. I'm still getting used to my new cutter, and I absolutely love it. I just have to get used to it, because I used the other one for so long, like for a couple of years, that I was used to using it, and so I mess up a lot when I'm cutting now that I have a new trimmer. So it's just getting used to it is going to take me a little bit. So now I've cut my 2 top layers, and I'm distressing the edges, and then I'm going to put them down behind my photos and decide how to place everything, and then I'll start gluing everything down. And I'm just gluing everything down using my ATG gun. And I was really lucky. I found the ATG gun at a Goodwill thrift store, and I think I paid $3.99 for it. And that's an expensive ATG gun. Those are like $89 or something. They might even be more, I'm not sure, but I know they're expensive. So I got really lucky, and it works perfectly, and I've been using it for years. Or at least a couple years, 2 or 3, maybe 4, I don't know. So now all my photos are glued down, and see how those bingo cards look down there in that bottom corner? They looked really cute, but I realized, hey, if I do that, where am I going to put the title? So I like that meow card too, and I kind of wanted to use it in the middle of the grid, but it was too big, so I couldn't decide what to do, so I put it away and decided to work on my title. And these thickers are chipboard thickers, and I'm going to use my big brush markers, which are new to me. I just got the whole collection. We went in and did a group buy, in the scrappy resale room, and everybody got them really cheap because we bought so many of them. So I'm going to do 2 different colors instead of just one, and I was just testing this brown color on an X because I knew I probably wouldn't use it. So I'm going to do Ready To in the brown and then Pounce in the red. And because it's plain chipboard and there's nothing like gesso or anything on it, it's like the ink is soaking into the paper or the chipboard, so I'm doing 2 layers of ink. So I'm just going to color that in real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so my title's done, and I'm just going to put it down in that 4th grid spot, and then I'm going to start looking for embellishments, which I don't have a lot, so it doesn't take long to look for them. It was this layout took me a little while. I'm not real sure why, but it's a lot longer than my normal videos, and I realized that when I was editing it, because it's not a difficult layout or anything, but for some reason it just took longer. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, I'm having editing nightmares today. So where was I? Putting the title down, yeah. So it's going to take me a little bit to put the title down, and I didn't cut this out because I wanted you guys to see that sometimes these chipboard stickers, they just don't come with enough adhesive, or the adhesive that they do come with just doesn't stick. So I'm using my little tape runner to put more adhesive on the back of the chipboard thickers. And this adhesive that I'm using, I'm starting to wonder if I like it or not. It's been a favorite of mine for a long time, but I've noticed when I'm starting, well, it's probably my fault because I don't put my layouts away right away when I do them, and because I don't scrap chronologically, when I finish my scrapbook pages, I just put them in a big box, and I have 3 of those big boxes. I hate to admit that. That's so embarrassing. That are full of layouts that are finished. And they just need to go into albums. Well, because it's such a pain in the neck to put them away when you don't scrap chronologically, I keep piling them into these boxes. So when I'm flipping through them looking for one, I notice that things start to fall off that I've used this adhesive on. And so I'm starting to wonder if I really like this adhesive or not. And it's the American Crafts This to That adhesive. So I think I'm going to go back to my Tombow stamp runner. I just placed an order for some refills for it, and I'm going to go back to that as soon as they come in. But I'm going to try to use my ATG gun, for everything else for a little while, just because I'm noticing that it's not very permanent. The little pink one's not very permanent. So that meow card wouldn't fit on the page, so I just cut out the extra, I cut around the frame, and I just made it smaller. And then I'm going to put it on some foam tape. Some foam tape, and then put it on the left-hand side of the page. And I wanted to put it in the middle of the page, but it was just too big. So I was just wondering, if you guys use a small adhesive like this instead of the big ATG for everything, what is your favorite adhesive? I think the Tombow stamp runner is going to be my favorite because I stopped using it because the refills are hard to put in, and I kept ruining the refills because I didn't put them in correctly. But the glue works really, really well. And that's why I went back to this to that kind, because it's much easier to put the refills in. But since this isn't sticking, I'm just wondering, what's your favorite kind of adhesive? If you leave a comment and let me know what your favorite adhesive is, I will pick a winner and send you a Simon Says Stamp Falling Hearts Stencil. So, kind of a surprise giveaway. I ordered one when I placed an order at Simon Says Stamp recently, and I ordered one not knowing that I already had one in my stencil stash. So I have 2 of them. So the best thing I know to do with it is to give it away to you guys. And it's really cute. If you haven't seen it, you should take a look. I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description box, and I'll leave a link to the product so you can see it. So I have these cat paper clips. They're not really clips. They're just little cat metal embellishments. They look like clips, but they don't actually clip. So I was having a really hard time trying to figure out how in the heck I was going to get it to stick to my page. So I took some of this multimedia matte, and I tried to stick it down with that, and that didn't work. So then I'm going to just decide, well, maybe I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. In a minute, you're going to see me try to stick it down with the multimedia matte. And it's not going to work. So I'm going to just get my stapler out and staple it to the page. And in the meantime, I'm looking through brads, but I don't think I use those brads because they don't really match. They were really cute, like one of them had a goldfish on it and stuff like that, but the colors were just bright and they didn't match. So I have these little paw prints that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to use 2 of those in the bottom right hand corner because it's kind of cute. It says ready to pounce, and then there's a little paw print sitting there. And I just thought that one photo, the photo on the top right, is my favorite photo. It's so hilarious. I just love that picture. I just think it cracks me up when I look at it because he just looks like he's ready to pounce on you. And this cat has like the strangest personality. He's kind of a little butthead. Like, he's not friendly, and he's not cuddly or any of that kind of stuff until he wants treats. And when he wants a treat, his eyes are normally green, and when he wants a treat, they get big and black. And I don't know why, but he looks like a little kitty, like in a cartoon or something. And then once you give him a treat, he'll let you pet him as long as you're getting the treat out. As soon as he's done eating the treat, he just runs away and doesn't want anything to do with you anymore. And so when he was playing this day in my bag, I just thought it was hilarious. But yeah, he's not a cuddly cat. And it's probably because he was raised by a boy. I don't know. My son's had him for several years, since he was a little kitty. So you can see I'm trying to stick that thing down, and I'm holding it down and everything, and it just wouldn't work. So I finally decided to use my stapler. I thought it was so cute that I'm going to get another one of these out, and I'm going to use it in the top left corner as well. And I don't usually use more than one of the same embellishment on a page, but I just love those little kitty clips, or non-clip clips, whatever. Okay, so I have these shimmer dots from Paper Mania, and Kitty Scrapper sent me some in a rack, or not a rack, I think it was maybe it was a rack, I don't remember. Anyway, she sent me some of them, and I fell in love with them, so I went and signed up with them with a wholesale account, and then I ordered every color of Shimmer Dome that they had to put in my store. And so I have all these Shimmer Dome stickers now, and they're kind of like enamel dots, but they're really, really shimmery. And so I was just putting a couple of those around the page, and then I have a couple little stickers that I'm just sticking around the page, and there's one that I just put down on the bottom left that has the date. There's those Shimmer Dome stickers, and that's my page. So thanks for sticking with me, guys, through this bouncy video. I know my voiceovers haven't been real smooth lately. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Bye.